Hello, this is my 23rd lecture on integral calculus. I am Ms. Ranjana Datta from the Department of Mathematics, the Graduate School College for Women. Today we will discuss about the area enclosed between two given curves. Suppose the function of the first curve y is equal to f1x and the function of the second curve y2 is equal to f2x dx. Then the area enclosed between them can be written as a to b f1x dx minus a to b f2x dx, where a and b, if it is dx, then a and b are the limits of x, and similarly for f2x dx, a to b is the limit of x when it is x1 in place of y, it is y1 dx minus y2 dx. Then that case the limit will be for x. If it is x1 minus x2 into dy, then the limit will be for y, and that is a to b, and that is x1 minus x2 into dy, and the limit will be of y, that is alpha to beta. If the curve is in the polar form, then that case we write half of suppose r1 is equal to f1 theta and r2 is equal to f2 theta, then the area enclosed between the curves can be written as half of r1 square minus r2 square into d theta, and the limit of integral will be of theta. Limit of integral will be of theta. Now let us discuss some examples on this chapter. Find the area common to the circle x1 x square plus y square is equal to 25 and the parabola 3x square is equal to 16y. At first you are to draw the curves according to you studied the curve tracing. So we know x square plus y square is equal to 25 is a circle of radius 5 and which passes through the origin, and x square 3x square is equal to 16y can be written as x square is equal to 16 by 3y. So x square equal to 4ax in this form. So drawing these two curves, we can see the feasible zone, that is the area common to both. So area we can see, I have drawn it in the in your page, and it is same. So OAB, the area in one side, and OCB, the area on the other side, and they are the same. So they are symmetrical about the y-axis. So this area will be 2 times of y1 minus y2 y1 minus y2 into dx. So how to calculate y1 minus y2? Suppose we are to this is the common area of a circle and the parabola. Find the y1 of the circle, that is y square equal to 25 minus x square, the root, that is y1, and the y2 is equal to 3 by 16 x square. So that is y2. y1 minus y2, you put y1 minus y2. And and the A and the point A, coefficient of the point A, which we can find solving the two curves, equation of the two curves, by solving the equation of the two curves, that is the point of intersection of the two curves. So we can see the point of intersection is the point of when x is equal to, the point of intersection is 0 to 4 for x. The point of intersection is 0 to 4 for x. You find it after calculation, you will find that x is 4 and y is 3 at the point A. And since the curve passes through the origin, we write the limit of x is from 0 to 4 and 2 times y1 minus y2 into dx, and then solving this we can get the result. So now the another one, find the area lying above, not between. Find the area lying above the x-axis and included between the circle x square plus y square is equal to 2ax and the parabola y square equal to ax. So drawing these two graphs, curves, we can see the picture will be as given on your page. Now to find the point of intersection, that is the point A, where the curve circle and the parabola, point of contact of the circle and the parabola. Here we can, solving this, we can say that the coefficient of point A is A and A. Suppose A and A. So the portion included between the circle and the parabola in between. So y1 minus y2 into dx. Dx means how the span of x. The span, if we draw a perpendicular from A on the x-axis, that way we will get the value of x, and that is the coordinate of A, that is the coordinate of A on x-axis. So y1 minus y2, y1 for the first curve, that is for the circle, you find the coordinate, that is 2ax minus x squared root, and minus the, for the parabola, that is root of ax, and then putting the limit of x, that is the curve starts from 0 and up to when we draw a perpendicular from A on the x-axis, we get x is equal to A. So I1 minus I2 into dx, x lies between 0 and A. Now you can convert it into polar form. This is in Cartesian form. You can convert it into polar form using the suitable transformation, and then putting that value we can get. When we put when we go to the polar form, that case the limit will be different. In that case, limit of x will be changed to limit of theta. So converting all these things, you can change it into polar form. Otherwise also you can do it in Cartesian form. But if you find easy to calculate, then you change it into polar form, and then you know how to find the area, how to integrate it. Now the third one, find the area enclosed by the parabola y square equal to 4ax and x square equal to 4by. You know how to draw a parabola y square equal to 4ax, that is a parabola passing through the origin, and x square equal to 4by, that is also a parabola, inverted parabola, and the x-axis is tangent in the second case, and it is also passes through the origin. So the formula for it will be y1 minus y2 into dx. Dx, we are to put the limit of x here. See the curve. Here you are to find the value, find the coordinate of A. Coordinate of A you can get it by solving the two curves. By solving the two curves, y square equal to 4ax and x square equal to 4by, so that we can get the coordinate of x and y. And since the curve, we can see the shaded portion, which is from 0 to 0 to the coordinate of A in the x-axis, and we find it here 0 to 4, A to the power 1 by 3 and B to the power 2 by 3, and after doing the integration, as you know, we can get the answer of A. Similarly, find the area common to the circle x square plus y square equal to 4a square and the ellipse x square plus 3y square is equal to 6a cube. Again, solving these two equations, we can get the coordinate of P and coordinate of C, so on. Now the area is equal, here we can see that it is in divided into four quadrant, so total area will be 4 times the area of one, that is OCPB. Now area, again, here they are using the polar coordinate, that is the Cartesian form also. Here y1 minus y2 into dx, and how the limit of x is x is from 0 to plus minus root 3a. So here it is 0 to root 3a y1 minus y2 into dx. Then putting the value of y1 and putting the value of y2 and then integrating and then putting the limit, we get the required answer. Now the fifth one, that is find the area common to the circle 3 by 2a and the cardioid r is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. Since it is, in this case we can see it is given in r and theta, so the equation it is in the polar form. Now the polar form of finding the area is equal to half of r square into d theta, where r is the radius vector and theta is the angle of theta. So drawing this, we can see the circle and the cardioid, and we can see the feasible zone, and that is 2 times upper the x-axis and lower the x-axis. So it from OAP we can see the OAP is the circular form, that is in OAP we use the equation of circle, and OPC we use the equation of cardioid. So the area of OPCO and OAP. So in OAP it is half r square d theta. The limit of theta will be from 0 to pi by 3. How it is? It is calculated and given. You can follow it, and we can see theta is equal to 60 degree. So for OAP, 0 to pi by 3 r square d theta, and r square, the value of r square is 9 by 4 a square d theta, and then integrating it and then putting the limit, we get 3 pi a square by 8. Now the area of OPCO, that is also half r square d theta in polar form, and r square for this is a square into 1 plus cos theta the whole square, and the limit for it is pi by 3 up to pi by 3 up to 60 degree. It is in circle, and after that it is the cardioid. And so for the cardioid we put the limit pi by 3 to pi, and then putting the limit and calculating, we get the value common area. So student, today this much only. Thank you.